Hello everybody, welcome to Friendship Shaving. My name's Mark. Thank you for joining me today for a shave. I've got my Proraso White pre-shave cream and I'm just going to put some of that on before we get started. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. It is quite a miserable day here, so I've just got some very mildly lukewarm water to shave with rather than the cold. Oh, this Proraso White is beautiful. It's a stunning scent. There we are now, today's shave. Let me introduce. The razor is the Paradigm Titanium Single-Edged Razor, and I've chosen to use my rubber set number 3 today. I wanted something just as shiny as the Paradigm razor. The soap I'm going to be using today is a Barrister & Man Citricuya, and it's the first time I've used this. It certainly smells very interesting, so we're going to go straight onto a dry puck today. So let me just wet my brush a little bit and just leave that to sit for a moment while I show you the razor. Now this is a beautiful looking razor. You can see the titanium is highly lustrous. It's a lovely design. It reminds me very much of an old Durham Duplex razor called the Dorset, which was introduced in the 1940s. The handle on the Dorset is almost identical in shape, even down to the positioning of the grooves to aid your grip. If you look on the YouTube site, there's a heading called Community, and I'll pop a picture that I've pinched from eBay of the Durham Dorset up on the community page so you can see what it looks like. The Dorset was a double-edged safety razor, but this one is a single-edged razor. It uses an artist club style blade. The head cap pushes off, and you can see that it's a tight fit, but it's very cleverly designed. Can you see here on the back there are 2 ball bearings and there's an end stop, so the head cap only goes on one way and comes off one way. I have a razor blade here, all ready to go in, that has been used once before. There we are, you can see the razor blade in there. The light's bouncing around a little bit off this bright razor, and I will put the head cap on, and it slides on very easily indeed. The light really is bouncing off this razor, isn't it? Anyway, there we go. Let me move that out of the way and just put that straight down on there. Now, got a synthetic knot today, so let's get going with this Citricuya shaving soap. It is a soap that was made for the Florida Wet Shavers Society, in November 2017. Now my synthetic brush is just a little dry. I shook a bit too much water out, so I've just added a touch of water to that and load the brush up. It is an unusual smelling soap. It has notes of blood orange, passion fruit and pear. And you can pick up, or I can pick up, the passion fruit and a touch of orangey citrus, but it also mixes with galbanum to give it a leafy green scent. And to me, when it's dry, it smells a little bit like grass. It smells a little bit different now that it's wet, but there's also some pink peppercorn in it, so we'll see how that comes out during the shave. It is the Glissant base from Barrister and Mann. There we are, let's try that. Might have enough on there. It doesn't look as loaded as my brushes normally look, but we'll see how that goes. Now this Glissant soap can take a little bit of water apparently. Oh, it's a very fruity soap. Now that I'm putting it on, it smells entirely different from the first scent that came out of the tub when it was dry. I can definitely pick up that passion fruit. It's an intriguing scent, sort of fruity citrus scent. Just a drop more water. Now I'm going to leave that like that. I wanted the soap to be just a little bit on the thin side, because I'm expecting this to be very nice indeed. Okay, now this razor is a lovely razor to use. Did you know, by the way, that titanium was first discovered in Cornwall, the county of Cornwall in England, in 1791. It is named after the Titans of Greek mythology, and it is a low density metal, so it's not got the weight of something like stainless steel, but it is a very hard metal. And of course you can see that it is very bright indeed. I mentioned that the razor was low density, or the metal was low density, I beg your pardon. So it comes in at 80 grams. And for me, that's about the right weight for a razor. I like a razor sort of between 75 and 85 grams. Going up a bit higher is okay, but my favourite weight is around 80 grams. I'll show you the razor head again in a moment, but you know when you pick up a razor sometimes, and it just works really, really incredibly well for you. This is one of those razors. It's really easy to get the right angle. It's really intuitive to use. And in part that's due to the design of the razor. They've designed it so that it's very hard to get the wrong angle because the blade lifts off the skin. And maybe you can see, if it's not too bright, there is that angle on the razor there. And like many single edged razors, if you put the head cap flat on your face and bring the handle down till you meet that angle, that is the perfect angle, and it shaves really nicely, incredibly so. I'm getting a little waft of a little spiciness with the pink peppercorn mixed in with the fruitiness. And as soon as I take the brush to the face, you get a whole warmth of passion fruit, and then it just smells like long grass or something. It's really an intriguing soap, and really quite pleasant. Very unusual. I don't think I've used anything quite like this one before. Oh, I've got enough there. I've got a little bit on. I've been finding this razor with 3 passes is really effective, very comfortable indeed. It is aimed at the luxury market, So I know many of you will never be able to use this razor, and in fact I myself fit into that category, and I'm only able to use this razor thanks to the kindness of Malcolm, who has lent me this today. And I consider myself very lucky to be able to use this razor. It's a lovely feel. The handle intrigues me because, being square, it's not like the usual sort of shape that you get of a razor handle, and there's a lot of clear metal in there with no knurling, but it's not slippy at all. Even on those clear parts you can see it's squeaky and there's some friction there. You hear that come off then. Oh, there we are. I've got a little bit of a runny soap. It's run down the handle, and actually it's just about right for this soap. Now I've just wiped the handle there, and it wasn't really that slippy, but I've just taken an extra little precaution because of the soap is really quite slippy. having a little bit of a quiet shave today. I am just really enjoying this razor. When you hit that right angle, it's a wonder. Really very nice indeed. But I think, this razor aside, my favourite single edge razor is the Ever Ready 1912. Just as good a shave as this one. But I'll tell you what, I do like this titanium. I love a shiny razor, and that is a thing of absolute beauty. Let me just rotate it. I need something on here, don't I? I'll put the razor in and it would just slowly rotate the razor. I think it's a beautiful thing. I will put that picture up of the Durham Duplex. It would have Durham written down the handle here. And Durham Duplex started curving their handles in about 1920 to try and get a more intuitive angle on the blade. And they obviously succeeded because, you know, that design is still being used today in this razor. I think it's a wonderful thing. Perhaps there's nothing new really in double-edged safety razors after all. Now I'm just going to drain some water. Please excuse me. Now let me tell you, I've got a very, very close shave with the 3 passes. I would say that it is a mild to medium aggressive razor, somewhere between the two. I can feel that I've had a very close shave. Boy, I have as well. But it is very, very comfortable to use. Fantastic razor if you've got the money. Now, today, because we've got papaya, oh no, it's passion fruit, damn, got it wrong. But I'm actually going to use my Calle Ocho, which has got some fruitiness. It's got guava, papaya and tobacco. So I'm going to mix that up. I think that will be a pretty good mix with this soap. I only need a very little bit of this. There is menthol in here, so it's going to get hot on my face in a moment. I know if you've been watching and participating, everybody has been enjoying the 12 Days of Christmas videos. And thank you for taking part. It's been really good fun, I must admit. So, that is my shave for today with the Paradigm single-edged titanium razor, and a wonderful thing it is too. Absolutely brilliant shave, brilliant. So, I must stop doing that. I only do it when you're watching. Until next time, have some great shaves. I'll see you around. Bye bye.